Hey there, Aquarius. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to the week starting May 10th, 2021. Now remember, I am front-loading all of my announcements now, so if you skip around and you miss out on things, well, don't skip around anymore. And thank you to everyone who does watch my announcements so that you know what's going on and where things are and all that good stuff. So what is going on when it comes to your cards? Well, for your spiritual theme for this week, you do have the Queen of Swords upright. This week is going to be all about seeing truths for how they really are, not necessarily how we want them to be. There's a big clearing of a lot of preferential treatment, a lot of biases, a lot of self-imposed veils. With the Queen of Swords, you are actually going to be going through a week where not only you're seeing people as well as circumstances for their truth on multiple layers, you are also going to be put in a position where we can actually do some serious long-term solution work with things that maybe we have simply tolerated, or maybe even things with the Queen of Swords upright that we have indulged, that we've allowed to persist, maybe out of kindness, as a sort of token of generosity or grace for another person, something going on in the office, your family. The Queen of Swords is about correction work, though, and getting things whipped back into proper shape so that things can actually function at their best, most healthiest, and most productive. This may be a week, however, where you have to also spill some, not so easy or acceptable truths, or acknowledge some unacceptable truths, or not unacceptable, but not easily acceptable truths to yourself if you are going to have the best week possible. Because I am seeing, as we look ahead to the cards, again, a lot of stuff that's coming out, a lot of reality checks, and a lot of big left turns, and a lot of life corrections, timeline corrections going on here, which you need to be neutral, divinely neutral, in order to navigate well. As we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work and your job and your finances, you do actually have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I am seeing that there is going to be a bit of a theme this week of you going through and actually fixing things that are ultimately being messed up by those it's supposed to matter to, or that it matters the most to. Because with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, one of the big things about this energy is that she kind of screws herself over. She damages her own treasure. She scuffs up her own stuff. And it might not be a she, by the way, but that's just something I wanted to, kind of throw in there as sort of a bit of a clarifier. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed, there could be something going on where somebody that has actually been working with you, or maybe something that's being offered to you, or a financial transaction, or maybe some kind of professional shift or meeting or evaluation going on, somebody has not actually done their part very well. And the whole thing is showing where the flaws from the ground up have been all along. With that Queen of Swords as a spiritual theme, remember, we have a chance to correct mistakes. We have a chance to release and reverse a lot, but we are going to have to call things out when we see them this week. This could even be a difficult call out because you might be talking about clients, you might be talking about recruiters, you might be talking about financial advisors or accountants, you might be talking to family members. This could be a sensitive topic because the Queen of Pentacles reversed is ultimately not cut out for the intentions that she's putting out there, or the job that she's supposed to be doing, or what her own responsibility is. Again, may not be female, but I just say that because I'm looking at the Queen here. As we get on to your communications with friends, relatives, and maybe other people in your life, I do see the Four of Swords upright. And a lot of you Aquarian people may actually be taking some time outs to maybe recollect some energy that you have lost in some fairly needy connections and needy friendships, maybe even an entire community. Sometimes a clique, a group, a tribe, or even a segment of the family can be very needy and can be very, very draining. And I am seeing with the Four of Swords, if you're not just doing a timeout, you might actually be cutting some people off and redistributing your energy to those that are able to maintain an equivalent exchange and actually hold a healthier, tighter bond where it's not all just take. A lot of you may also be entertaining new friendships or new social connections that you normally would not be able to share publicly. Sometimes we meet a friend, or we already have a friend that we're getting closer to. Maybe this is somebody that you already know, you're already familiar with. that would not fit into the crowd that you roll in, but they're actually a better connection for you. They're more a match for who you are right now as an individual. And so a lot of you are doing some serious one-on-one bonding time across the board. But what's going on with your regular, your run-of-the-mill normal kind of community, what you've had so far, that's in a bit of flux. And I think it's okay to let it be in flux this week. As we get on to your challenge, you do have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, one of the things you got to remember is this is still a card that is promising a fair amount of wealth and abundance coming to you this week. So it is still going to be very profitable. But we have to find a way to simplify and tone down where things are just working too hard and not smart enough, where things are overly involved, too high maintenance, they're consuming too many hours of the day, and it's separating us from things that also really matter for us. And with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, you may be finding that this week feels like you are on mandatory overtime, or that other people in your life that are really important to you are on mandatory overtime, and it's creating a wedge in a lot of other opportunities, or maybe a lot of other interactions and desires that you have. See what we can do to reorganize where things have gotten a bit chaotic and start working smarter, not harder. When it comes to love this week, you have the Magician card reversed, and I'm getting a bit of a unified message. So this applies to single Aquarian people or available Aquarian people looking for somebody new, people that you've been seeing in the short term, and yes, even, situations with existing committed partnerships. And with the Magician card reversed, I am seeing that there is something coming out where a partner, or again, just somebody significant in this way, or somebody new in this way, is being found out for, putting on a front. Possibly, this kind of fraudulent activity where they have been maybe putting up a front to behave or act in a way that is not natural to them, or to be capable or boast capability where they are not capable. In a lot of cases, this is something that still goes in the realm of neutral. We can't split it into black and white. It could just be that somebody is overcompensating, they're nervous, they're feeling insecure, and that it just needs to be brought out to the surface to be handled, and we bring those solutions in with the Queen of Swords, and everything is right as rain. For some of you, however, this may actually be more egregious. This may actually be something that is way more difficult, or something that we can't just simply, brush off, and it may be more serious, or a sign that something is going on with a partner that they are not in control of, and we may need to be able to step in and take measures to correct the situation or reevaluate how we're dealing with each other going forward. We focus on solutions with the Queen of Swords, right? We're clearing the cause, core, and effect and primary influence of anything that could be creating problems in our lives, and we go forward from there. So that is what I've got for you, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.